那蔬菜吃了。
你蔬菜吃去吧，没菜吃，去买去啊。
行了，
后去买去。
Patrolling the Yangguan Pass every morning and evening is a daily routine that Xue Husheng has maintained for 23 consecutive years. Yangguan Pass, located about 70 kilometers southwest of Dunhuang, was China's earliest customs checkpoint. In the 2nd century BCE, Emperor Wu of Han established 4 prefectures in the Hexi Corridor and secured 2 crucial passes, Yangguan and Yumen, under Dunhuang Prefecture, marking the full opening of the Silk Road. For decades, 70-year-old Xue Husheng has served as the guardian of Yangguan Pass. Tomorrow, he will retire and return to his village. Right now, he's wondering how to bid farewell to his colleagues at the Yangguan Pass Scenic Area. Xue sets his sights on a 6-month-old lamb. Raised on wild grasses harvested in spring and summer, it has built up a layer of rich, tender fat over the winter, resulting in a deep and distinctive flavor. Freshly slaughtered lamb is exceptionally tender, with bright white fat and well-defined, delicate connective tissues. Its vibrant color and fine texture make it naturally flavorful, requiring no marination, just a quick blanch before slow braising in a pot. As the heat activates the lamb's natural oils, the rendered fat envelopes the lean meat, locking in its tenderness and juiciness. After a quick stir-fry, water is added, bringing the dish to a slow simmer. Inside the enclosed iron pot, steam circulates continuously, allowing the broth to penetrate deep into the lamb's fibers until the meat turns irresistibly tender and develops a rich, concentrated flavor. The lamb still needs at least another half hour of slow braising to reach perfection. Seizing the moment, Xue and his wife head to their backyard to pick fresh vegetables. Little do they know, the spinach in their hands actually originated from Persia, eggplants from Southeast Asia and India, and coriander was introduced to China over 2,000 years ago with Zhang Qin's expedition to the western regions. Yangguan Pass was the first stop for grapes entering China. With its arid climate, Dunhuang is ideal for grape cultivation. Yangguan Town, where Xue Husheng lives, boasts nearly 1,500 hectares of vineyards, producing over 40 million kilos of grapes annually, making it China's 2nd-largest grape-growing region, second only to Turpan in Xinjiang. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, the lamb has finished braising, and its rich aroma now awaits the final touch. Its perfect pairing with flatbread. A rolled-out flatbread is gently placed over the simmering lamb, covering it like a warm blanket. Once the flatbread is half cooked, small holes are poked in it, allowing the bubbling broth to soak through, infusing it with rich, savory flavor. In ancient China, people referred to individuals from the western regions as Hu people, and anything introduced from the regions was prefixed with Hu, like Hu Qin, a bowed string instrument, Hu Jia, a traditional Mongolian double reed instrument, Hu Sesame, Hu Laobo, carrots, and Hu Tao, walnuts. A person's stomach holds the deepest nostalgia for their hometown. As Silk Road merchants journeyed to Dunhuang, they brought flavors of their homeland with them. Braised lamb with flatbread is clearly influenced by the culinary traditions of the western regions. At the foot of Yangguan Pass, Xue Husheng's wife is preparing the final step of braised lamb with flatbread. To fully merge the flavors, she takes out the cooked flatbread, cuts it into squares, and returns it to the pot for further simmering. Now, the protein structure of the flatbread readily absorbs the lamb's rich fats, while the lamb, in turn, sheds its excess greasiness. A perfect fusion. The meat enriches the bread's texture, while the bread extends the meat's lingering taste. The journey of food never has a final destination. It follows the movement of people, blending and evolving along the way. Dunhuang was once home to nomadic tribes such as the Qiang, the Greater Yueshi, and Jingnu. After the Han Dynasty, it became a pivotal hub along the Silk Road, where Chinese, Indian, Greek, and Islamic cultures converged. This rich historical background shaped Dunhuang's unique culinary identity, where cross-cultural exchange is reflected in every meal. Li Zhenshin's day doesn't begin until noon. Operating a barbecue stall at the Xiaozhou night market. He often works until around 3 in the morning before he can finally call it a day. With over a decade of experience in barbecue, he has an in-depth understanding of lamb's skeletal muscles. His knife moves with precision, cutting through the meat. Each smooth stroke separates flesh from bone with ease. Lamb shanks, ribs, skin, tripe, and even the tendons within the meat. Each part is carefully selected, skewered and grilled. This is the essence of Dunhuang lamb skewers. From head to tail, from internal organs to every muscle, not a single part is overlooked. By savoring skewers from all these parts, one can truly appreciate the full depth and variety of a lamb's flavor. As night falls, the tourists, having marveled at the beauty of Dunhuang, gather at the Xiaozhou night market in search of authentic local flavors. Here, a culinary competition begins. As the fire for grilling skewers intensifies, so too does the appetite of visitors from far and wide. As the Silk Road's largest trade and transit hub, ancient Dunhuang was a cosmopolitan metropolis, as bustling as today's Shenzhen or Guangzhou. The city welcomed not just envoys, monks, merchants, and entertainers, but also an array of international cuisines. Wheat flour-based food from Central Plains, flatbreads from the western regions, Persian stuffed steamed buns, and Arabian grilled meats all found their way into Dunhuang's culinary repertoire, where Eastern and Western culinary traditions met, blending passion and flavor into unforgettable dishes. During the peak tourist season, Li Jingxin's stall consumes 3 whole lambs every day, resulting in over 3,000 lamb skewers. A master of fire control, Li Jingxin handles the meat with remarkable precision. Skewers are quickly turned in his hand to ensure the meat is evenly cooked, crisp on the outside while tender on the inside. The ideal combination of 3 lean cuts paired with 1 fatty piece creates a perfect balance of texture and flavor. As the skewers sizzle over the glowing charcoal, rich white lamb fat steadily melts. While the skewers are quickly turned and layered atop one another, the melting fat seeps into the leaner cuts, enhancing their flavor, locking in moisture, and keeping the meat tender. Li Jianxian has a keen sense of timing when sprinkling the seasonings. Take chili powder, for example. Add it too early and it risks burning. Too late and it won't fully enhance the flavor. Even its precise grind is the result of years of experimentation. These subtle yet crucial details directly determine the final taste. The lamb tripe, rich in connective tissue and collagen fibers, undergoes its final transformation just before leaving the fire. A spritz of vinegar applied at this moment instantly awakens its essence, delivering a sharp, tangy sensation. Combined with the tripe's tender bounce, it creates an exhilarating burst of flavor that tingles all the way through. The Earth's diverse landscapes impart distinct flavors to the same species across different regions. In the Gobi Desert in Dunhuang, camel thorns, acnothyrum, sandthorn, and other alkaline desert plants are prized as premium livestock feed. Unlike lambs that graze on common grass, those nourished by the Gobi's alkali-rich vegetation develop meat with a more balanced profile. The alkalinity naturally neutralizes acidity, reducing the typical gami flavor. Large cuts of lamb ribs, marinated in a secret blend of spices, are slow-cooked in a tandoor. Roasting in the tandoor is a meticulous process that requires time and precision. The temperature is carefully controlled, and the meat is occasionally rotated to ensure even cooking. Slowly, the ribs develop a golden, crispy crust, while remaining tender and juicy inside. Grilled lamb on salt cedar skewers holds a unique position on the menu of Dunhuang. The lamb cuts are marinated in advance and skewered on branches of the salt cedar, a tree native to the Gobi Desert. As the meat grills, the alkaline compounds in the salt cedar are released, neutralizing the gami flavor and infusing the meat with a distinctive wild aroma.
你往上骂啥？往上骂，很对啊，对了。来，
老板，我再吃个。
要不要吃点？
Apricot skin water is the perfect pairing for Dunhuang barbecue.
慢下，慢下好，再好，大口的喝，先吃水。
Apricot skin water, with its tangy and refreshing taste, perfectly neutralizes the greasy heat of the grilled meat. It's affectionately known as the best companion to Dunhuang barbecue.
行了，再不能吃了。
东皇公园人，快吃水！
Dunhuang's stark temperature shifts between day and night, combined with long hours of sunlight, allow fruits to accumulate nutrients and sugars, resulting in their uniquely rich flavor. What's especially renowned is the Liguang apricot, a significant fruit native to Dunhuang. With its thin skin and thick, honey-sweet flesh, it's a true delicacy. However, its perishable nature means that drying is undoubtedly the best way to preserve it. Every summer, locals can be seen drying apricots, with rooftops and courtyards across Dunhuang filled with the sun-drenched fruit. Apricot skin tea, a time-honored drink passed down through generations in Dunhuang, is made using dried apricots. By slowly simmering them over low heat, the natural sugar and fruit acid stored in the apricot flesh will be released and broken down, creating a rich, sweet drink. The addition of goji berries and rock sugar enriches its flavor, making the drink even more delightful.
适应一点。
瞧瞧。
In the northern part of the Asian continent stand the towering Himalayas, which block the warm, moist air from the Indian Ocean. This creates an arid, dry landscape, giving birth to the world's second largest moving desert, the Taklamakan Desert. The Silk Road once traversed this vast sea of death, winding its way between the scattered desert oases. It connected the East with Central Asia, the Middle East, and eventually Europe in the West. Dunhuang lies at the crossroads of this great east-west passage of civilization. Dunhuang is surrounded by deserts and Gobi landscapes. The greatest blessing the Creator bestowed upon this land was the snowmelt from the Chilean mountains. Historically, Dunhuang was home to ancient nomadic peoples and abundant in livestock. The murals of the Mogao caves vividly depict many hunting scenes and lively representations of animals. Lamb is the most frequent meat featured in Dunhuang's culinary tradition. Bordered by Xinjiang to the west, the Mongolian Plateau to the north, and Zhisang to the south, Dunhuang is surrounded by regions known for their lamb-eating cultures. Over time, Dunhuang has embraced these influences and developed its own unique lamb cuisine. Before daybreak, Xue Husheng arrives at his shop, ready to begin his busy day.
这骨头熬了多长时间了？2个小时了啊！骨头汤一直要熬到4个小时以上了，再把那汤给熬出来。
A bowl of excellent Hexi begins with a rich lamb broth. As lamb bones are slowly simmering, the other ingredients are prepared accordingly. Tofu is deep fried until golden before being sliced into strips. While lamb meatballs would seem to pair well with the lamb-based broth, Hexi takes an unexpected approach by using pork meatballs instead. Take a bite and you'll find the contrasting flavors of lamb and pork harmonize perfectly. Some of the seasoned meat filling is set aside for a transformation into a new culinary delight. Wrapped in a thin egg pancake and then deep fried, a Dunhuang specialty known as jiasha is ready. Tofu strips, jiasha, pork meatballs, glass noodles, wood ear mushrooms, and sliced meat are layered in a bowl, awaiting for their final encounter with the rich, steaming lamb broth. By this time, a long queue has already formed outside the shop.
大小合适，大小2张饼2个鸡蛋是吗？来，沙发大小鸡蛋。
好，让一下啊。然后粉汤，不客气，谢谢啊，不客气。9号桌加2两。9号，来。
9号，来。 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 9号，来. 9号, 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 9号,
For Dunhuang people, Hexi is their go-to breakfast choice, which recently has also become a trendy favorite among tourists from far and wide. Locals come for its time-honored flavor, while outsiders come to try something new. To keep each bowl of Hexi piping hot and fresh, boiling lamb broth is poured over the ingredients multiple times before serving, ensuring they're thoroughly heated and infused with rich flavor. Finally, a sprinkle of finely chopped scallions adds the perfect finishing touch to it. The he in Hexi refers to the combination of various ingredients, while xi refers to the lamb broth, hence the name of this mixed lamb soup of Dunhuang.
东皇羊肉合制，好吃是个带。
By midnight, the bustling Shaozhou night market, a vibrant hub of diverse cuisines, finally quiets down. Visitors have finished their late-night feasts and dispersed. After a whirlwind day of work, Li Xingxian can finally rest and catch his breath.
来，咱们吃下河阳焖饼，本地的河阳焖饼。6个月的煎羊娃子，哎呀，猛得很。
From slaughtering to serving, Xue Husheng prepares the braised lamb with flatbread in under 2 hours, a dish that brings warmth and comfort to the farewell gatherings of those departing westward from Yangguan Pass.